We're counting down the 20 barter items the military hoards before every deployment. From pocket-sized comforts soldiers trade for morale, to unexpected lifesavers that become underground currency when supplies run dry, these are the consumables that hold real power at the front. Some might surprise you with just how essential or valuable they become. Which vital item starts our ranking? Let's begin with number 20. Instant coffee sticks and tea bags are the quiet backbone of any deployment. In Vietnam, every C-ration box came with a packet of instant coffee, not for luxury, but for survival. Exhaustion kills judgment faster than enemy fire. Modern troops tuck single-serve packets into every pocket and pouch, knowing that caffeine isn't just a comfort, it's a tool. One packet will buy you a favor, 3 might get you first in line for the shower. Night shifts, guard duty, hours with no end. Alertness fades, but a quick hit of caffeine keeps mistakes at bay. Veterans hoard 50 to 100 packets before wheels up. When the supply chain grinds to a halt, the soldier with extra coffee becomes the one everyone remembers. In the barter economy, caffeine isn't just a pick-me-up, it's leverage. Energy drink powder and electrolyte packets are more than a comfort. They're a medical necessity when the heat turns brutal. In 2003, during the Karbala Gap heat wave, dozens of soldiers collapsed from dehydration and heat stroke. The cause traced back to one missing link: electrolyte loss. Water alone doesn't cut it after a ruck march or hours on perimeter duty. One small packet of electrolyte powder can mean the difference between staying on your feet and ending up on a medevac. In the field, the going rate is 1 packet for 2 cigarettes, and the smart ones stash 20 to 30 before deployment. These sachets restore sodium, potassium, and glucose fast, chemistry that saves lives when the thermometer spikes. When the supply runs dry, the soldier with electrolyte packets becomes the most sought-after trader on post. By day 3, baby wipes and hygiene wipes are gone from most packs, and with them goes the first line of defense against infection. After-action reviews from Iraq and Afghanistan show that up to 17% of early non-combat casualties come from preventable skin and foot infections, often traced back to hygiene shortfalls. Wipes do more than clean hands and faces. They're used for everything from scrubbing optics to wiping down weapons and cooling off after patrol. Sealed 100-pack bricks move fast in the field, sometimes trading for multitools or a week's worth of snacks. When showers are rare and dust grinds into every seam, the soldier with a spare brick of wipes has bargaining power and keeps their squad in the fight. Sun, wind, and dust strip moisture from skin faster than most people realize. In Afghanistan's Helmand province, convoy gunners and drivers kept tubes of lip balm and sunscreen tucked into every pocket. 1 chapstick might buy you a snack. 3 could get you a dry pair of socks. Tiny sticks become lifelines during multi-day patrols, when cracked lips or sunburned faces sap morale and distract from the mission. Medical reports from Iraq and Afghanistan list environmental injuries, chapped lips, split skin, sunburn, as frequent non-combat complaints, especially in dusty or high-altitude zones. High turnover means these items disappear quickly. Veterans advise packing multiples, not just for yourself, but for trade. In the barter economy, a handful of lip balms or sunscreen sticks can build goodwill, keep a squad focused, and prevent small problems from turning into mission-stopping issues. During a night raid in Helmand, April 2010, a platoon was forced to abort after several soldiers' PEQ, 15 infrared lasers went dark. No spare batteries, no way to identify targets. The mission dissolved, and the target slipped away. In the field, A $3 battery can decide if a mission succeeds or ends in retreat. AA, AAA, and CR123 batteries power everything from optics and lasers to helmet lights and radios. Lithium types outperform alkaline in extreme heat and cold, holding charge longer and resisting leaks that ruin gear. Veterans carry 20 to 40 of each size, sorted by chemistry, vacuum sealed against moisture. When batteries run dry, even the best equipped squad is grounded, and the one with extras becomes the most valuable trader on post. In the barter economy, power is leverage, and dead electronics mean dead options. Disposable lighters and stormproof matches are the field's universal ignition. Whether it's lighting a stove, starting a heater, or burning trash, fire is non-negotiable when the temperature drops or the rain sets in. Bic lighters, zip-tied to gear or tucked into every pocket, are the standby, reliable, cheap, and instantly recognizable in any language. In muddy or monsoon-prone zones, stormproof matches become gold. Standard matches fail when soaked, but stormproof varieties spark even after a dunk in a puddle. Veterans keep lighters vacuum-sealed and matches double-bagged, knowing that a dry spark can mean a hot meal or a signal flare in an emergency. These items cross every cultural and unit barrier, traded with locals, contractors, or anyone needing a flame. With a lighter or a box of stormproof matches, a soldier is never powerless to cook, warm up, or call for help. Headlamps and small clip lights transform night from an obstacle into an opportunity. When power cuts out or blackouts are enforced, hands-free light means maintenance, medical tasks, and gear checks can keep going, no matter the hour. Red and green filters are more than fancy options. They preserve night vision and keep your position hidden from anyone scanning with NVGs. A single clip light, especially one with color filters, can fetch 2 or 3 minor consumables in trade. In blackout conditions, demand spikes overnight, and the soldier with a spare headlamp is the one who can keep a patrol moving or a medic working. Veterans always pack a backup. One dies, the mission doesn't. Night after night, these pocket-sized lights become the difference between stumbling in the dark and solving problems before they grow. In the barter economy, illumination is immediate power. Paracord 550 and heavy zip ties are the backbone of field repairs when gear fails at the worst possible moment. Genuine 550 cord, rated to hold 550 pounds, is more than just string. It's a lifeline, tourniquet, antenna rigging, and shelter all in one. Veterans cut lengths in advance, zip-tied and stashed in every pocket, because the difference between a tangled mess and a quick fix is preparation. One midnight in Kandahar, a broken radio antenna silenced a squad until a 5-foot coil of paracord bought with an energy bar lashed it back to life. Heavy zip ties handle what cord can't, securing armor plates, organizing cables, or holding a Humvee door shut after a roadside blast. In the barter economy, a handful of pre-cut paracord or a strip of zip ties can trade for snacks, batteries, or even a dry pair of socks. They solve problems from private to colonel. But for the toughest fixes, adhesive tape is still king. Duct tape is the field's insurance policy. When an antenna mast snapped during a 2011 operation in the FOE, a roll of matte tactical tape, paired with zip ties, got communications back online in under 5 minutes. That single repair kept the mission moving and spared the squad a dangerous blackout. Matte, non-reflective tape is the standard. It won't catch light and give away your position. Adhesive strength matters. Cheap tape peels in heat or dust, but military grade holds through rain, wind, and sand. Veterans pre-wrap small rolls around water bottles or flashlights for fast access, trading a single foot of tape for a spare battery or a meal. When boots split, gear tears, or vehicles rattle loose, tape is the difference between limping along and staying in the fight. It's not glamorous, but in the barter world, a solid roll is as valuable as any tool in the box. Foot health isn't a comfort issue, it's a combat requirement. Blisters, trench foot, and infections can sideline a squad faster than enemy contact. After-action reports from Afghanistan and Iraq link a significant number of early medevacs to preventable foot problems, often triggered by running out of dry socks. One veteran described trading his best power bar for a single pair of merino wool socks after a week of rain turned boots into swamps. Merino or cushioned synthetics aren't just preferred. They're survival gear, wicking moisture and fighting bacteria that cotton can't. The best advice is to pack at least 3 times the issued amount, sealed against water and dust. Socks and laces move in barter like currency, often swapped for batteries or small tools. When mobility means survival, a fresh pair of socks can keep a fighting force on its feet and out of the medevac queue. Hot sauce packets, spice blends, and bouillon cubes are the daily lifeline for troops facing the monotony of field rations. MRE fatigue is a real phenomenon. Studies show that after a week, soldiers eat less if food tastes never change, risking both morale and caloric intake. That's where condiments step in. A single mini bottle of Tabasco or a handful of fast food hot sauce packets can turn bland pasta or cold beans into something worth looking forward to. These tiny flavor upgrades trade hands more than any other item on post. Every meal is another chance for barter. A gunner with a stash of Taco Bell hot sauce once became the most popular guy in the tent, fielding trade offers for snacks, batteries, even extra socks. Small, sealed, and universally craved, these packets keep squads eating, talking, and most importantly, smiling through the grind. Protein bars, jerky, and trail mix are the real fuel for troops on the move. Dense, heat-resistant, and built to survive weeks in a rucksack. Each bar packs 200 to 300 calories, and a single pouch of jerky can keep a guard awake through the longest shift. MREs might cover the basics, but these snacks deliver quick energy without mess or prep, making them a staple for patrols and late-night watches. Shelf life matters. Chocolate melts, but jerky and trail mix hold up in desert heat. In one Wi-Fi tent in Iraq, a handful of jerky traded for 30 minutes of internet access. A fair deal when contact with home is on the line. Bars and trail mix often swap for batteries or hygiene kits, proving that compact calories aren't just for eating. They're a field currency that keeps squads moving and morale intact. A single missing razor can derail an entire inspection. One private, fresh out of basic, learned this the hard way. His kit failed a surprise check because his issued razor broke and no one had a spare to trade. The result? Lost privileges for his whole squad, and a lesson that stuck. Small toiletries, soap, travel shampoo, razors, toothbrushes, nail clippers, are more than comfort items. They're daily requirements for health, discipline, and inspection compliance. A toothbrush isn't just about fresh breath. It keeps gum infections at bay, which can sideline a soldier faster than a twisted ankle. Clippers prevent hangnails and infection. Razors keep faces inspection ready. In the barter economy, sealed hygiene items are premium currency. Trust comes with an unopened pack. No one risks a used razor. These basics keep units healthy, pass inspections, and maintain the discipline that holds everything together. Water purification tablets and compact filters are the last line of defense when the taps run brown or the water buffalo doesn't show. One chlorine dioxide tablet kills 99.99% of bacteria, viruses, and protozoa, chemistry that prevents dysentery and keeps squads in the fight. A single 0.1 micron filter can turn a muddy stream into safe drinking water in minutes, and both fit in a cargo pocket. The field trade rate is steep. 20 tablets can buy a full MRE, or a week's worth of snacks. Veterans stash tablets in crush-proof tins and filters in first aid kits, knowing that shortages hit hard after 3 or 4 days in the field. When the water runs out, nobody cares about taste, only survival. In the barter world, clean water is non-negotiable, and the person with a spare filter never wants for trade partners. A single blister or cut can take a soldier out of action faster than most realize. Sealed packets of disposable gloves, alcohol pads, and mini first aid refills become field currency when someone's hands are raw or a heel splits open on patrol. Medical after-action reports from Afghanistan and Iraq show that untreated wounds often spiral into infections, forcing medevacs for problems that started small. That's why medics and seasoned troops stash extra bandages, tape, and blister kits, sealed and untouched, ready to trade. These packets aren't just for emergencies. They're the difference between a minor scrape and a lost squad member. In the barter world, a strip of alcohol pads or a handful of gloves can buy snacks, sweeteners, or even a power bank charge. Trust rises with every unopened pack. No one risks used medical gear. When hygiene slips, so does the squad's fighting strength. In Mosul, 2017, female soldiers ran out of feminine hygiene supplies by week 2, rationing, improvising with gauze or socks, or bartering with trusted squad mates for sealed tampons and pads. These aren't just comfort items, they're essentials. And when official supply chains lag, the shortage is immediate and acute. Sealed boxes become high-trust currency in the field, traded quietly but at a premium. Beyond their intended use, pads sometimes serve as makeshift outer wound covers when medics run out of gauze, and tampons can temporarily stop a nosebleed, but neither replaces real medical supplies. Official protocols make it clear, these aren't substitutes for pressure dressings. Still, when the system falls short, having extra on hand solves problems for the whole team. In the barter economy, a sealed box of pads or tampons is more than a necessity. It's a lifeline for those who need it most. Power banks are the lifeline. When field generators sputter or blackout stretches for days, every device that keeps a squad connected, radios, GPS, phones, even night vision, runs on borrowed time. Veterans don't gamble on base power. They pack high-capacity banks, 10,000 to 20,000 milliamp hours, fully charged and wrapped in zip bags. The right charging cable matters just as much. USB-A, USB-C, micro USB, because the wrong cord turns a full battery into dead weight. When the lights go out, a single loaded bank trades for 2 bricks of hygiene wipes or a week's worth of snacks. In one outpost, a spare anchor battery swapped hands for enough wipes to keep a squad clean through a sandstorm. No one waits for resupply when electronics die. Portable power isn't just comfort, it's operational insurance, and every extra bank is a ticket to barter for the next critical fix. A multi-tool on your belt is more than a convenience. It's the difference between standing down and staying in the fight. When a radio antenna snaps or a Humvee mirror rattles loose, a good multi-tool opens, cuts, tightens, or patches in seconds. The most traded models have pliers, wire cutters, flat and Phillips drivers, a saw, and a blade that holds an edge after weeks of hard use. In Mosul, one soldier swapped an extra Leatherman for a new pair of boots, a trade both sides remembered for months. Spare multi-tools fetch batteries, food, even a week of Wi-Fi access. Small screwdriver sets, Allen keys, and folding wrenches solve everything from jammed optics to stripped bolts on a generator. In the barter world, tools aren't just for fixing gear. They buy trust, favors, and sometimes a little peace of mind before the next mission. Cigarettes and nicotine products are the old guard of military barter, almost universal currency, even as official policies try to stamp them out. For decades, ration packs included smokes right alongside chocolate and coffee. Now, with health campaigns and command crackdowns, tobacco is off the official list, but never out of circulation. In Iraq, between 2006 and 2008, commanders circulated memos banning trades after cigarettes were swapped for local intel, blurring lines between necessity and regulation. Still, the market adapts. One pack can fetch 3 AA batteries or a hot meal, and even non-smokers carry a stash for leverage. When stress spikes or supplies dry up, nicotine becomes a pressure valve and a bargaining chip. No matter the rules, the soldier with an extra carton holds quiet power, able to buy favors, solve problems, or open doors that official channels can't. In the field, nothing trades faster, except maybe the right gift for the right partner. In Afghanistan, a patrol's safe passage once hinged on a handful of tea bags and a small box of sweets, gifts chosen with the interpreter's advice and offered in public, not in secret. These weren't bribes or shortcuts, but tokens of respect that opened doors, unlocked information, and built trust with local partners. Every region has its own customs. What works in Niger or the Pacific Islands might cause offense elsewhere. That's why seasoned troops study cultural briefs and clear every gesture with legal and civil affairs. The smallest, most thoughtful gifts, unit pens, instant coffee, a pocket flashlight, carry more weight than expensive gear. When given with humility and the right intent, these tokens can mean the difference between isolation and cooperation, or even between danger and a safe return. Always check policy, always ask local advice, and never underestimate the power of a well-chosen, culturally smart gift. From instant coffee sticks at number 20 to strategic local gifts topping the list, these 20 barter items reveal the hidden economy driving every deployment. What's striking is how ordinary, pocket-sized consumables like baby wipes, batteries, hot sauce, or paracord become the unofficial currency when the official supply chain falls short. The pattern is clear. Items that are lightweight, multi-use, and quickly exhausted turn into critical assets, not because of their price, but their scarcity and utility in the field. Even surprises like feminine hygiene products double as medical supplies, showing adaptability under pressure. At the list's peak, culturally smart gifts for local partners highlight how small tokens can mean the difference between mission success and failure. Ultimately, this ranking proves that in the chaos of deployment, survival and morale depend less on high-tech gear and more on having the right everyday essentials, hoarded, traded, and valued far beyond their shelf price.